Today I'm going to walk you through the process of starting a sprint in Jira, a crucial skill if you're managing projects using Scrum. By the end of this tutorial, you'll be comfortable kicking off a new sprint, ensuring your team is set up for success. If you're new to Jira or just want to double-check your approach, this guide will help you feel confident every step of the way. Let's dive right in. Before we start a sprint, there are a few key prerequisites to keep in mind. First, you'll need to be working within a Scrum project in Jira. Not every Jira setup uses Scrum, so double-check that your board is built for Scrum sprints. This method won't apply if you're using Kanban or another framework. Next, make sure you're on the backlog screen. This is the area where you plan upcoming work. It's essentially the staging ground for your sprints. Lastly, at least one issue must be placed into the new sprint container in your backlog. Think of the sprint container like a basket. You need at least one item inside it before you can officially start the sprint. Now let's go step by step through starting a sprint. First, navigate to the backlog. In your Jira project, look to the sidebar on the left. There you'll find an option labeled Backlog. Clicking this brings you to a view showing all issues that haven't yet made it into an active sprint. This is where you'll do most of your preparation work. Next, you want to make sure your issues are ready. Here, where some thoughtful planning comes in. Identify the specific issues. These could be features, bug fixes, or tasks that you want your team to accomplish. You can drag and drop issues from the general backlog area right into the new sprint container, which will usually have a name like Sprint 1. If you're working with multiple team members, this is a good spot to double-check priorities and estimates. You don't want anything sneaking into the sprint that's not clearly defined. Don't worry if you need to rearrange. Jira makes it very easy to drag issues in and out of sprints, so take a moment to get your selection just right. Once you've assembled your sprint, look for the Start Sprint button, usually just above or beside the new sprint container's header. Clicking this brings up a configuration dialog. Think of this as your sprint's official introduction. Here you can rename your sprint. Maybe Sprint 2 database integration feels more helpful than just Sprint 2. It's always useful to make the sprint's name specific, especially when working with multiple sprints back-to-back. Next, set the duration. Common choices are 1 or 2 weeks, but you can customize if your workflow needs something different. The start date will default to today, and the end date is automatically calculated based on your selected duration. There's also an optional goal field where you can briefly state the objective of this sprint. For example, implement login functionality or resolve critical bugs. Having a goal helps keep your team focused and aligned. Double-check these details, especially the sprint duration and the issues you've included. This part might take a few moments if you're trying to coordinate with teammates or review priorities. If everything looks good, go ahead and click the Start button within the dialog box. Congratulations, your sprint has officially begun. Jira will move your selected issues into active work, and your board will reflect this new sprint setup. That's all there is to it. Starting a sprint in Jira is straightforward once you understand the flow, but getting the details right makes a big difference in how smoothly your team collaborates and delivers. If you ran into any hiccups or have questions about sprint configuration, just drop a comment below. If you found this tutorial helpful, don't forget to like the video and subscribe for more hands-on Jira learning. Thanks for watching and good luck with your next sprint.